Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that every dog owner should be aware of, the signs that your dog might be suffering from loneliness. You see, dogs are pack animals. In the wild, they live in groups, they rely on each other, they depend on each other. Now in our homes, we become their pack. So, to help you understand your furry friend better, we're going over 10 signs that your dog might be lonely. Chapter 1. Dogs are vocal animals, they bark to communicate. But excessive barking, that's a cry for help. It's your dog trying to tell you, hey, I'm here, I'm bored, I need something. In the wild, a lone wolf might howl to try and find its pack. Your dog in your home might bark excessively for the same reason, to reach out, to connect. Is your dog barking at nothing? Is it persistent even when you try to calm them down? That's when you know it might be more than just a playful bark. So, if you notice your dog barking more than usual, don't just dismiss it as noise. Tune in, listen to what they're trying to tell you. Chapter 2. Chewing, digging, tearing things up. These aren't signs of a bad dog. These behaviors are often misunderstood by many pet owners. They're signs of a bored dog, a frustrated dog, a lonely dog. Dogs, like humans, need mental and physical stimulation to stay happy and healthy. When dogs are left alone for long periods without mental or physical stimulation, they find their own ways to cope. This often results in what we perceive as destructive behavior. Imagine being stuck in a room with nothing to do, day in and day out, no toys, no interaction, no exercise. It would drive anyone a little crazy. You'd probably go a little stir-crazy too, right? That's what's happening with your dog. They need an outlet for their energy and emotions. They're trying to release pent-up energy, trying to find something, anything to occupy their minds. This is their way of coping with the lack of stimulation. Now, this destructive behavior, it's not out of spite, it's not because they want to make you angry or upset. It's a cry for help, a way of expressing their frustration, their boredom, their loneliness. They are trying to tell you something important. So, if you come home to chewed furniture or destroyed belongings, don't just get angry. Try to understand the root of the problem. Your dog is not being malicious, they are simply trying to cope. Remember, a tired dog is a happy dog. Regular exercise and playtime can make a world of difference. A stimulated dog is a fulfilled dog. Providing mental challenges and physical activities can help curb destructive behaviors and lead to a happier, healthier pet. Chapter 3. Dogs are creatures of habit. They like routine. They like predictability. But when a dog is lonely, that internal balance is thrown off. They become restless, they pace back and forth, they just can't seem to settle down. It's like they're constantly searching for something that's missing. Your companionship, your interaction. Imagine yourself waiting for a loved one to come home. You might pace, you might fidget, you might check the clock 100 times. It's the same for your dog. So if you notice your dog pacing or acting restless, especially when left alone, it's a clear sign that they need more stimulation, more interaction. Your presence in their lives is crucial. Chapter 4. Loss of appetite. Food, for most dogs, is a source of immense joy. But when a dog is lonely, even the most delicious treat can lose its appeal. Think of it like this. When you're feeling down or lonely, you might not feel like eating either. Your appetite wanes, your enjoyment of food diminishes. It's the same for dogs. Now, a loss of appetite can be a sign of other health issues too. But if you've ruled those out and you notice your dog suddenly uninterested in food, especially when left alone, loneliness could be a major factor. So, if your dog's food bowl remains full, don't just ignore it. Pay attention to their behavior, their body language. It might be their way of telling you they're feeling lonely. Chapter 5. Excessive licking or grooming. Dogs lick and groom themselves for a variety of reasons. Hygiene, comfort, even communication. It's a natural behavior that helps them stay clean and feel good. But excessive licking, especially when focused on one area, can be a sign of stress, anxiety, and yes, even loneliness. This behavior can sometimes lead to sores or infections if not addressed. Think of it as a coping mechanism. Just like humans, dogs have their own ways of dealing with emotional discomfort. When humans are stressed, we might bite our nails, twirl our hair, or engage in other repetitive behaviors. These actions provide a temporary distraction from our worries. For dogs, excessive licking can serve a similar purpose. It helps them manage their stress and anxiety by releasing endorphins, which are natural feel-good chemicals. It releases endorphins, providing a temporary sense of relief from their emotional discomfort. This can make the behavior quite addictive for them. When a dog is lonely, their mind is understimulated. They might resort to excessive licking as a way to pass the time and soothe themselves. So if you notice your dog licking or grooming themselves more than usual, especially when left alone, don't just dismiss it as a quirky habit. It could be a sign that they need more mental or physical stimulation. Pay attention to their overall behavior, their body language. Look for other signs of stress or anxiety, such as changes in appetite or energy levels. It might be their way of telling you they're feeling lonely. Addressing the root cause can help your dog feel happier and more secure. Chapter 6. Withdrawal or hiding. Dogs are social creatures by nature. They crave interaction, they thrive on companionship. But when a dog is feeling lonely, they might start to withdraw, to isolate themselves. It's a natural response to emotional discomfort. When humans feel sad or lonely, we might retreat from social situations. Dogs, in their own way, do the same thing. They withdraw, they hide, they create their own little safe space away from the world. So, if you notice your dog spending more time alone, hiding under furniture, or seeking out secluded spots, don't just assume they're being antisocial. Recognize it as a sign of their emotional state. They're telling you they need your reassurance, your companionship. Chapter 7. Clinginess. Dogs, like humans, crave connection. They want to feel loved, they want to feel safe, but when a dog is starved for attention, that craving can turn into clinginess. Think of it like this: a child who doesn't get enough attention from their parents might become clingy. Dogs, in their own way, do the same thing. They follow you everywhere, they nudge you for attention, they whine when you leave their sight. They're not trying to be annoying, they're simply trying to fill that void of loneliness. So, if your dog suddenly becomes your shadow, following you from room to room, don't mistake it for neediness. Recognize it as a cry for connection, a plea for your attention. Chapter 8. Changes in sleep patterns. Dogs, just like humans, need their rest. A good night's sleep is essential for their overall health and well-being. But when a dog's routine is disrupted, their sleep patterns can change dramatically. This can be due to various reasons, such as changes in their environment, new family members, or even a change in their daily schedule. Think of it like this: when you're stressed or anxious, you might find it hard to sleep. The same goes for our furry friends. Dogs, in their own way, go through similar sleep disturbances when they're feeling lonely or anxious. They might become restless, pacing around the house or looking out the window for long periods. Some dogs might sleep more than usual, seeking refuge in slumber. This can be their way of coping with stress or boredom. Others might sleep less, their anxiety keeping them on high alert. They might wake up frequently during the night or have trouble falling asleep in the first place. So, if you notice a sudden change in your dog's sleep patterns, if they're sleeping more than usual, sleeping less than usual, or having trouble settling down, don't just dismiss it as a phase. It could be a sign of something more serious. Pay attention to their overall behavior, their energy levels. Are they more lethargic than usual, or perhaps more hyperactive? It might be their way of telling you that they're feeling lonely and need more stability, more routine. Ensuring they have a consistent daily schedule and plenty of physical and mental stimulation can help them get the rest they need. Chapter 9. Depression. Dogs, they feel deeply. And just like humans, they can experience depression. Now, depression in dogs, it's not just about being sad, it's a state of mind, a loss of interest in things they used to enjoy. Dogs, in their own way, experience similar symptoms. They might become lethargic, they might lose interest in playing. This depression often stems from a lack of stimulation, a lack of purpose. So, if you notice your dog exhibiting signs of depression, lethargy, loss of appetite, withdrawal, don't just assume they're being lazy. Recognize it as a serious emotional state that requires your attention, your compassion. Chapter 10. Aggression. Dogs are instinctual creatures. Their behavior is driven by their need to survive, to protect themselves. Now, aggression, it's a dog's way of communicating, of setting boundaries. And sometimes, that aggression, it stems from a place of deep insecurity. Think of it like this: a cornered animal is more likely to lash out. A lonely dog can start to feel like that cornered animal. They become anxious, they become territorial. So, if you notice your dog exhibiting signs of aggression, growling, snapping, barking excessively, don't just punish the behavior, address the root cause. Look for signs of loneliness. Look for ways to make them feel safer. So there you have it, 10 signs that your dog might be suffering from loneliness. Remember, dogs are social creatures. They need our companionship, our guidance, our love. Spend quality time with your dog, engage them mentally and physically. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tips on keeping your furry friend happy and healthy.